Paul, I've not had to say this too often to you this season, but that was a pretty abject first half performance. I thought really we only got going once we scored the goal and then looked a little bit better, but overall a very disappointing afternoon.
I've got to disagree with that. I think the whole 90 minutes was poor, not just the 45. We just had a talk in there about basics, about what we've, when we took over a while back, what the things, the little things we did, the basics we did to give ourselves a foothold in games and foothold in the league, and we've just reminded the boys of what they did. But if you don't apply yourself right, if you don't do the basics right, you're never going to win a football match. So, but if I've learned anything today, I've learned a lot about what's needed to progress, and it's been a bit of a wake-up call for me today. I knew how big a job how big a task it was to keep us in this league. Sometimes when it's not the amount of games you've won, but we were becoming a very hard side to beat. We looked to threat. We looked as though we could compete with even the teams at the top end. But sometimes you just need a hard wake-up call, and that's my wake-up call today. And I spoke to the owner before he went away, and when he's back, we'll be sifting through the bodies that that we'll be looking to keep. Now I've just said to the players in there that this club isn't going to be down there at the bottom next year. We're not going to be like that. So I need players that are going to be consistent, players that are going to apply themselves right every week, not just in little patches. So the Jekyll and Hyde probably in this group that we have came out today. And even though I've been able to say that a lot this season, since I've been in charge, I resort back to the first game, to game 14 or 15, and
it's only really been altering, hasn't it? And the Manchester game where we've put in a performance similar to this, but this out of the three probably was the worst.
I mean, it's just one too many. If I'm honest, it's one too many. I want a group of players that they all know what's expected of them. They all know the ethics and morals we try to put into the game. We know we haven't got the resources of these clubs that we come into. That's not rocket science to work out. But what we've done, we've applied ourselves in every game. We gave ourselves a platform, to spring from. And I just think one or two have maybe forgot about those standards that we put in to get us off the bottom of the league, but it's not over yet. I've just said the league's not over, and I'm not gonna hang around for people that just want to take too long to get up to the standards we're trying to achieve at this football club.
I suppose now, Paul, the difficulty is, of course, that Tuesday night's game against Guiseley and the weekend game against Kings Lynn, we're in the land of, well, is it going to be on?
I don't know. That's an uncontrollable. I hope we've got a game to turn around, because I need to get rid of this sort of
well, exactly.
this feeling. When I've taken the emotion out and probably sat down, over the next 24 hours, you have to see the bigger picture. And at the minute, this is one of the only leagues that's up and running. Why that is, I don't know. There is a bigger picture we have to look at, and that's the health of everybody, not just our players, but their families.
Well, you dealt a blow, weren't you, before the game even kicked off with Alistair Smith?
Yeah, that's no excuse, Paul. There's no excuse. I think people who know me now, I'm not here for any hardline stories or anything like that. That wasn't good enough today. The basics that I expect of the players, and like we go back, we know we haven't got the resources some of the bigger clubs, and the majority of the clubs in this league. But these, we haven't been to many places. Probably the Altrincham game, probably the FC United game, and today where we haven't applied ourselves right. In my eyes, in my view, and the players know what I expect. You can't do it consistently. Like I say, we're coming up to decision time on a lot of players, and you know, the owner and the chairman, like I say, want me to make big decisions on players, and I'm a black and white guy. I'm straight. There's no grey with me in terms of players know what I expect. I've just said in there, we don't want to be down here next year. You know, it doesn't matter to me about what we have got, what we haven't got. You can move mountains if you have that desire and application, and I think that was lacking today. And like I say, it's hard now because are we going to play Tuesday? Is it going to be a game now for the rest of the season? I don't know. That's probably my frustration now, because if that's the last game of the season, then it's going to take, doesn't it? It's going to take me a lot of time to get that kind of horrible stuff out. You know, feeling your stomach out of the way. I want winners. I want winners at this football club. I want winners that wherever they go, whoever they play, whether it's a training ground, whether it's a game of Tiddlywinks, that we play for. We play to win, and that wasn't good enough in my eyes, and you know, so I'll probably have to make some tough decisions if that is the last game. You know, hopefully it's not, and we can try and get that result out of the system.
Thank you, Paul. A disappointing afternoon for all of us. Wish you well, wish the players well. Of course, obviously Alistair Smith with the virus. Let's hope that we have got a game on Tuesday.
Yeah, so everyone's okay, and like I say, hope we. People's health is more important sometimes, but we go on.
Thank you.